And again, if you go to the dermatologist, it's pretty typical, right? They may recommend like like oatmeal bath or a diluted bleach bath or Eucrisa or a corticosteroid or Elidel. They may recommend these things, but that's not going to be the solution. And again, some kids naturally grow out of it because their immune system evolves, gets better, their gut becomes less leaky naturally. Maybe they start making healthier food choices as their parents become more aware of what's going on, right? There's a lot of different things that can shift and things can just, kids can grow out of it. If you're an adult, that probably may not be that way. It's a little bit different there. So you're really going to have to make changes and you really have to look at the root cause and not just get hyper obsessed with just something topically is going to fix it and that'll be it. Probably not the case. And so you really have to look at the gut. You have to look at stress. You have to look at how you're digesting and breaking down your foods. You have to look at the nutrients that modulate your immune system, like zinc and selenium and vitamin D and glutathione. You have to look at gut bugs that can have a negative effect on your immune system and also beneficial bacterial balance. These play a massive role. And again, you may have to get more strict with the diet. Like some people, a paleo template may be enough. Some have to go to way more extremes like autoimmune, cutting out salicylates, or at least being salicylate and oxalate conscious. That may have to happen as well.
Yeah. And the good news is this stuff is in general pretty reversible. I mean, like I said, we've seen amazing before and afters working with people. And it's just a wonderful thing because there's so much of your confidence level that comes from having good skin. I mean, in regards to seeking new jobs, getting a raise, finding a date, finding a spouse. I mean, your kids, wanting your kids to not have any self confidence issues. So, I mean, I tell you, just the impact of skin, it could change your income if you don't feel attractive enough. Maybe you're not going to seek that higher paying job, or maybe you're not going to seek that raise if you have self confidence issues because of your skin, or maybe you feel like you can never leave the house without makeup. I mean, skin is one of those things that really is important to address. So sometimes it seems like a vanity based thing, but that vanity really does turn into success. And so I think it's important for people not to feel self conscious and just know that you can fix this thing. So no matter how down in the dumps you are, you got to keep digging.
Yeah, and skin can be a really good, sign if you're healthy or not. And it's a lot of times it's going to tell you if you have gut issues, gut food allergy issues, microbial imbalances. Also, consuming good fats, good collagen, good proteins. This is the building block of your skin. So you really want to make sure you have good dietary nutritional foundations, and we chill out a lot of the food that's going to throw off our gut bacteria. Now, topically, there's a couple things you can do topically. I mentioned some of the moisturizers that can be helpful to provide moisture relief, which then helps decrease the itching, which then decreases that perpetual inflammatory cycle. There's some soaps that you can do that are decent. I find just a 10% sulfur soap can be excellent. It's been used in dermatology for decades, but just 10% sulfur soap, unscented, works wonderful. Usually the sulfur comes from like volcano ash or some type of soil that's very high in sulfur, but sulfur has an anti-inflammatory quality to it. It can have some antifungal, antibacterial quality. So that can be calming. You don't want to lather it on too long because it can be very drying to your skin. But sulfur is good. And again, it's just one part of the equation. There's no magic solution, magic soap, magic potion that's going to fix it, but it can be very helpful as long as you're plugging in all the other things to the big equation.